For this movement, we were learning it in the PE classroom culture. The time we were in, anyone is able to do PE, so this was acceptable when learning the movements throughout the lessons. The place we were in was the school classroom, so there were limitations to what you were able to do with some movements. Also, with a mixture of gender within the school classroom, there is a tendency for teasing and judgment on certain people's capabilities. For example, boys may assume that they will be better and stronger, and that the girls are incapable of doing the movement. In my class, we did not seem to have these assumptions, but in other PE classroom cultures it may be evident. The space we were in was usually in a gym with other people, as we were learning indoor volleyball. This was a perfect space to practice the skill, but if it became too crowded, sometimes practice would be held outside, and we would try and switch to playing 2-on-2 like you would in beach volleyball. My movement was learnt in the culture of the PE classroom. Our class had a fun experience while learning volleyball movements. Since everyone enjoyed the topic, it made the culture of the classroom pleasurable. Students in the class all learnt their own movement, and since we were all learning and not experts, our experience when learning and playing volleyball together was fun, and everybody was accepted with what they could bring to the game. Everybody wanted to do a good job at their learnt skill, but they also wanted the game to play out well. My experience in learning this movement within this culture was a positive one. I enjoyed learning the movement around peers who were also so keen on learning. We helped each other, and being able to do this movement made me feel capable. Being one of the smallest students in the class, I was not really expected to be able to play volleyball well, but I worked hard at the overhand serve and my game, and I proved that no matter what your size, if you want to make an impact, you can. I broke down the movement into Gangsted and Beveridge's temporal phasing table. In this, we are able to focus on the knowledge of performance for different parts of the body in 3 stages to help to improve our physical performance of the skill. Now, taking this into account, I will go through the stages of movement and we can see the movement in action. Our beginning stance starts with our feet apart, opposite leg to serving arm in front. Our arms are outstretched, with the hand not serving holding the ball out in front of us, preparing to toss up the ball. When we toss the ball, if left alone, it should fall to the floor just in front of you. When we have tossed the ball, keep your eyes on it as to see how fast your movement will be. Your serving arm will come back with a close to 90-degree bend at your elbow. Your torso will turn back into your serving arm, preparing you to use a summation of forces to strike the ball. When it comes to striking the ball, you are going to lead your serving arm with your elbow. So as you bring your elbow forward, the rest of your arm will follow, resulting in you striking the ball. Your torso will turn towards the direction you are striking, and your weight moves all onto your front leg. For the follow-through, you are just following through on your striking movement until you are able to move back into the game. Here, we will watch the movement from a front-on angle. Phenomenology is the study of conscious experience. It is focusing on us reflecting how we feel when we are doing acts of consciousness. When I performed the overhand serve for the first time for this DMA, I was really quite bad, and that made me feel like I could improve because I had all the knowledge of the skill, the empirical science behind the skill. As I continued to practice, I became better and began to feel better about my performance and self.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road.